Yes.
Hey, you're going to have to drop that hat, run that hat, Michael.
Oh,
Okay. All right, y'all. And I do believe that we are live. Hey, y'all, welcome to our Takes Live. I got the team here. We hyping it up. It's Friday night, y'all.
Friday.
We doing this. We doing this. We are here.
That's right.
It's been a crazy week. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that has gone on this week. We have our topic of the night. So you all just kind of hang with us. You know how to do in the comments, hit us, let us know what you're thinking, let us know what you're seeing, let us know what you want to see, but participate in the discussion with us, if you will, okay? We're going to have fun with this one. So first of all, before we go into the opening of the show, I just want to check in with anybody want to just go ahead and introduce themselves, or you want to wait? We can wait till after the opening, but everybody just kind of tell me a little bit something what's happened to you this week. And let's not get into the big topics yet, like the big crisis or nothing, but just kind of tell me how your day or your week was.
The rents.
The rents. Yes, the rents. Rick and I were talking earlier, and we're talking about the rents, renting off whatever you went through so that we can do our little thing and have fun here. So the rents, this is the rents right here, y'all. This is the rents. So in the rents, just tell me real quick before we go into the opening, how you did this week or today. How was your day or your week?
I saw about saying a lot of the co-workers that they thought that they can cover up that little lump, and it ended up becoming a huge issue. It caught up with them. The whole technical difficulties. I'm having difficulties with this, with that. I better slow your roll because y'all standing out. Like a pimple, you standing out. With them, all these technical difficulties.
Right. Oh, we're gonna talk about some of those technical difficulties in a minute. But it sounds like y'all just ready to get into it. So hey, Shannon, let's just go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage, and we'll get back into the whole thing in a minute. So whenever you are ready. Filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. All right. Well, we are back. We're back. Y'all, welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. Sorry, it takes like, something, and sooner or later, they're going to get that more smooth for us. We're going to keep working on it. And this probably YouTube thing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, YouTube, we need to make that more smooth and y'all's playback and all that, because it just doesn't do like it's supposed to do, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. All right. But I'm Tanya Dixon, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody as we do our live tonight. We got plenty of topics. So let me start with Miss Shannon. Shannon, how you doing? How was your day? How was your week?
Very good.
All right.
Turn it around right now.
Right.
A couple of them more blessings in disguise. We'll just see how things work out.
That's right. All right.
I just got a summer drop on my shop, so
Uh-oh.
a few plugs.
And you're gonna have to plug that while we're here, okay? Plug your shop.
Plug it near the end, so y'all stay tuned till the end.
That's
or you
right.
can drop it in the comments along the way. You could drop it in the comments too, okay? All right, Miss Samantha, yes. How you doing?
I'm
lady?
Great. I'm great. How about yourself, Tanya?
I'm good, girl. It was a great day. We're gonna talk about that later. It was a really good day.
I hear you.
All right.
My week was slow but productive, so it's going good.
Okay, cool. All right, we got a new dude in the house. What's up, newbies in the house? Big Tom, how you doing?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. And how was your day and your week?
Oh, my week was awesome. I made it through it. God is good.
Right. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you there because some people didn't. Someone didn't. Or someone's didn't. So that's a blessing that you did, you know. All right, Michael, how you doing? How's your day and your week?
What's going on? My day was a long day. Good, good. And I ain't complaining, but this is how I'm finna wrap it up right here.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
Hey, it's been a hell of a week, but I'm gonna leave it like that. We can talk about things once we get into the show. But I'm here. We here. Okay. We made it Friday, and we here.
That's right. We made it. All right, Rickalicious. How you doing, Rick? How was your week? Michael started me saying that it was Michael's fault. I was calling you Rick the Ruler until Michael came along. Okay, how was your week and your day?
And my day was it was awesome. It was dope. A lot of experiences today, all in one. So just dealing with it, and no one is giving me my own cards.
All right. Yeah. I ain't mad at you. Go ahead. All right, Miss Bola. How you doing, Bola? How was your day and your week?
I am doing good. My week was good.
Good. So you can't complain.
No, can't complain. Things come down the channel, so we'll see.
Right. Well, you know what? I heard some snoring over here. So he's sleeping. It's not my man, it's my dog.
That's Poppy.
It's Poppy.
Yes, that's my boss Poppy. And I tell y'all right now, he thinks he's a YouTube star. So as we're doing the show, he's going to walk out and everything because I think he thinks he's a YouTube star now. But I had a wonderful day because a lot of things just kind of fell in line and a lot of things are falling in line. It's been that kind of a week and I'm just walking in expectancy, walking in expectancy right now.
Oh yeah.
And believing, trusting and knowing that everything is coming through.
Say that. Say that.
Amen.
Right. Well, you know what? One of the first things that I want to talk about is if you, and I know all of y'all are in Texas at Michael. Okay, Michael, you're from Texas. Yeah, so
I'm in Maryland.
You're in Maryland. Okay, so did Maryland deal with this? What about the crisis this week with the whole gas situation of the alleged hack and how we actually had the limited gas? What did you deal with this week, or did you deal with it at all?
I didn't personally deal with it because I had gas in my car. But there were definitely other folks out here running around crazy trying to put them in like garbage bags and all type of little coffee mugs and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Ridiculous.
Wow. Well, you know what? Speaking of which, Veronica couldn't be here tonight, so shout out to Veronica. She's ill today, and I talked to her earlier this week, and she sends all her love to everyone. But when I spoke with her earlier this week, I remember, we talk every day, but early this week when the gas was everything was really cranking up. She's in North Carolina, in LaGrange, North Carolina, and she was like, we don't have any gas here at all. And that's when I said, you better go get some gas because there was none. Yeah. And I see she says, hey, everyone. I see she's looking at us. She's looking at the show. And she did say, hey, everyone. But yes, and that kind of alarmed me. And I jumped out there myself and I was already sitting on 3/4 because I got men in my life, in my world that say, don't let that tank go below half.
Correct. Right. So I was on board.
Good man.
Good
nice. Yes.
What's up, little half tank? You know what I'm saying? What's up, little half? How you doing?
They get offended. Why is that tank below? My dad was that way. How's that tank below half?
Yeah.
It's like that was like a crime.
Yeah. Still is.
Yes. Anybody else have any effects of the whole gas shortage and all that this week?
I didn't until that price went from 40 to 52. It was like you are the father. And I'm top block, none of that. I have to sit down. I have to like reconfigure real life.
I've been going through allergy testing this week, so I've been asleep. I was asleep for like almost 24 hours between Monday and Tuesday. So like when I woke up Wednesday, my mom was like, yeah, watch out, there's a gas shortage. And I was like, what happened? And she told me about the hack. And I was like, wait, by Friday, it'll be handled. Like you don't even have to worry about it. And she was like, oh, you might want to fill up your tank anyway. I mean, and I was low enough. It was like, okay, yeah, let me go put gas in my tank. But it wasn't anything like, let me rush to the gas station real quick and fill up some trash bags full of gas.
Oh my God, when I saw that, and I was just looking earlier, and I want to just kind of like look and see if I still have this thing on my phone. Somebody caught fire. It was a story that I saw.
Are you talking about that woman that was running for the cops?
I don't remember. Something she was got about a bunch of gas and it caught on fire.
Yeah, the story I heard was a woman had a bunch of, I don't know what container she had of gas in her car, but the police were trying to pull her over and she ran from them and had an accident and her car exploded. And I shouldn't say that. No. Sorry.
That's crazy.
I learned a long time ago. You can't just put gas in any container. It has to be a certain.
Did you all see the
people?
You see all the people who was doing that?
Ziploc bags and what do you call it? Warm up, containers, zip containers, in coffee cups. I'm like, it ain't that bad.
Because I didn't understand why the governor, or like our governor would. I don't like him, but hillbilly ass. But he came on. He was talking about, and that's another whole story right there. I'll tell y'all off air because what I feel about that. But he came and he was talking about don't go filling up all your different stuff, and and I kept saying to myself, is somebody doing that? And then the next thing I know, I saw all this stuff out there where people were filling up tank after tank after tank, like containers after containers and everything. And I was like, then I started hearing about the bags and everything. And I'm like, folks can take any type of crisis and go completely crazy.
Did you see the guy? Oh, go ahead.
Fear is like the strongest and the most ancient tool used against mankind.
Yeah.
The biggest tool. And you got a lot of fools, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been one of them as well. So you got to go through that filtering process. What really
right. What you say, Samantha?
Did you see the guy that was filling up his Tupperware with some gas?
Oh, God.
I was like, what?
That's crazy. That's absolutely bananas.
I mean, like had like 6 containers. It was just like, yeah, and yeah, and yeah. I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
Guess he was gonna put that in the microwave, huh?
Go fry some fish.
Hey, but guess what though? Like, imagine. So they probably missed out on the toilet paper at the first thing, right? So they were like, you ain't get me twice.
Well, you know what? Bro. Yeah, that toilet paper thing, and I had heard, through one lady who says that was like an experiment to see if they could control the population like that, and they put the word out about the toilet paper, and actually they did. They were able to control the population.
Yeah,
people just started feeling like, oh my God, and the same thing with the mask, but we can't talk about that. So.
Yeah, so I asked the whole damn pandemic. I've been asking, why the hell is people buying toilet paper?
Yeah, that was a manipulation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could, like, for what? And nobody could give me no answer. So I said, okay, this ain't normal. This is somebody else.
Nah, man. Somebody had like 10 kids and they were just out buying toilet paper one day. And everybody decided we need toilet paper too.
And then everybody saw it. Okay.
Yeah, they just went on.
I'm showing no ass shortage.
Right. But I want to touch on something Rick said, man. I watched I got this clip of this old show from back in the day. and they was doing a spinoff about you know, like World War II stuff. And the guys, he's telling this cat that's trying to be somewhat like, you know, Hitler or whatever. He's giving him the advice on how to become this top person that control the people. And he gives him a speech on how do you control the mob. You make their hate your hate. You make their fears your fears. And you know, you when they talk about something, you make it as if you're part of the crowd. You know what I mean? And when you said that, when you said it was an experiment to see if they can control folks, that's a fear of losing out on something, or not having something.
Yeah,
right.
So,
I
you know
agree.
what I mean? And so,
but that's an organic fear though. Like people already do that now. You know what I mean? Like you don't need a pandemic to make that happen, right? You look at the Jordan lines when people want Jordans, right? Or look at the iPhone line when people want iPhones. Like it's already in us. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
that's
you know,
the man.
Right. Yeah. And I tell you, as time goes on, I'm going to get a chance to bring this information to you all. I can't bring it right this moment, but there is a device that was from back in the day, which would be across the mouth, and it would stop an individual from speaking. And I want to show that. Can't do it right this moment. Can't really talk about stuff like that right this second. But when we're able to, then I want to show that picture, because that will kind of explain why we went through and the silence that they wanted us to have during this whole time. And I'm gonna say one more thing and then we'll move on to the next thing. I remember when everybody first started wearing the mask and everything, you ever go in the store and everything was silent? Did you notice that? When you've been in a grocery store somewhere? Yeah. Everything was silent. Yeah. And so that was a weird thing. And that's what they wanted.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's no shoulder to shoulder random conversations. Oh, I got that last week. How is it? Like simple human connection conversations. You know, like you said, that was a part of the objective. Right. It's to silence you. An experiment. Yeah. You know, if you're ran by money, then damn it, you'll be ran by something else. That's right. Fear of losing your job, and then fear of losing your health, fear of just, it's the hugest tool. It's ongoing. As long as they have control, it's not going anywhere. It's not. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Well, you know something, I'm gonna move on in just a second. Any other points you all want to make on that? I want to play a video for you all in just a few moments, but I want to wait until Bola's here so I can show it at one more time. Anybody else see anything else in that whole situation this week? I think it was a manipulation. If you all have conversations with me, you'll know that I can see when I see little stuff happening, it is to manipulate the masses. There's something that was trying to block this week. And you know, when they try to slow things down a little bit, they know how to slow it down. They know how to slow us down. Yeah. And so they make these things happen in the public. And they know how to what they say, fake left and go right, or fake right and go left. We have been bamboozled. Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked. That's right. And we didn't land on high gas prices. High gas prices landed on us. That's right. But you know what? I am going to show you all something. This is going to be our next subject matter that we are going to take a look at. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not good at the share screen thing, but I am going to try my best to do it and to do it right tonight, y'all. So don't laugh at me. Take your time, do it right. Baby. Y'all keep on singing while I try to find it.
You see, I hit that wop, right? I hit that wop.
You get there.
Oh my God. I might have to send Shannon. You're better at this than me. I might have to send you this link.
I don't see Shannon. Did she dip out on us?
No, I'm still here.
She's up in the corner there. And I cannot find what I did with it. I tell you what. Oh, here it is. I'm looking right at it the whole doggone time. And let's see if I can share this with you all so that you can see where I'm coming from. Here's the first all tell me what you think.
She pretty.
Chocolatey smooth.
Yeah, she pretty. I like
it's a video. It's a video.
Oh.
Okay, we gotta.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it back.
Okay, see, I'm about to say
that. Okay, let me know. Can y'all hear it just now?
No.
Okay,
No.
You couldn't hear it just now?
No, I don't think you shared the sound.
Okay, let me try it again. Because I hit share the sound, but you know me in this situation over here. You know me. We don't exactly do our thing over here. I can't seem to get back. I'm gonna see if okay, can you hear it if I hit it?
I was 26 years old, sitting in line at a very exclusive Los Angeles club. I live in Los Angeles, and I was with two light-skinned girls and one white girl. And we're walking into the club, and a very famous R&B singer, walked up to me and looked at my girl, said, "You can get in, but no darkies." I kept walking because I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "I said no darkies," and I was literally escorted off the property. Let's just say in that particular day, my dating preferences completely changed. And I just want to say to him, look at me now.
Okay, so I want you all to tell me what you think about that particular clip. And she didn't say Chris Brown's name, but through all of the
somebody
stuff that was out there, everybody put it together that it was Chris Brown that she's talking about. What do you think about that?
That's hateful.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me coming from Chris Brown because he's known for doing like controversial and really things to women in the first place. Like, I really think when him and Rihanna got into it, like he should have been sat down somewhere for a while. I quit listening to him for a really long time. I quit listening to Drake. I quit supporting a lot of those people if they, especially men, if they have questionable behavior. I just completely check out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense to me. What about the rest of you? What do y'all feel about the whole thing?
Go ahead.
I think that people at a point they'll do anything to be anything. Start by saying anything, like you have enough attention, but this is what you want. Be ready for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because these young girls from babies to even grown women now of all skin tones, it's like they vested in you at your concerts, front row.
Right.
Damn about your talent. And now to come here that you no longer give a damn about them.
Right.
You know, what does that say about yourself? You don't care. You don't care. Now here you are. Here you are. You speaking this or perpetuating this bullshit. You have enough to deal with as it is. You know, even at home with encouraging our young ladies, they already have enough insecurities about their skin tone, and you adding on to it. You know, that's just more work that's work that we should be doing anyway from the household. But it's even more heartbreaking when you're looking up to your Chris Browns or your your Trey Songz, or it's like you breaking hearts all over. You breaking hearts. Now the young men even looking up to you, dancing like you, and you coming out saying this nonsense. Like, we have enough to deal with, bro. We have enough to deal with.
Right.
So be ready and get dealt with, because it's gonna happen.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Cancel culture is an MFer right now. You know what I mean? So,
and it's my understanding it's not the first time that he's done that. There's something that's happened before.
And T, you know what? Let me say this. Anybody that act out at this age, at this time, it's deeper than that. It's not, I mean, everything is on the surface. He knows that what we're dealing with. He knows the racist comments that people have. He knows that the Black Lives Matter, Latina lives matter, white people, I think everybody matter. And for him to say something like that, it stems deeper. It could probably goes in his childhood. Somebody tortured him. Maybe his babysitter, just something. But for him to act out now, it's just a call out for help.
How old is he now?
What?
35, 38?
Yeah.
I remember the interview Rihanna did when they broke up. And she kept saying he was broken. Nobody fixed him.
Yeah.
He's just grown up into a broken man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he did something.
You know what I think? Oh, he's 32.
He's 32 and he's still acting like a child.
Yeah.
He never has.
Just turned 32.
Him and Kirk Franklin's son will get along just fine.
Hey, so let me say this. Hey, so let me
need to talk to both of them.
So let me say this. Let me say this or ask this, and this is just so that we cover both sides of the spectrum, right? You know, don't get mad at me. I'm just we being objective. Is he not entitled to his preference? If he has a preference, it's kind of like the last week's conversation we was talking about the other gentleman. Is he not entitled to his preference when he says, hey, this is my event, this is my venue?
I think he's entitled, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
then it runs deeper than that.
Right.
Michael, with his entitlement, he's entitled to do that. But as long as he doesn't take money from any of them in any of his concerts.
Okay, yeah. Parents, right. Okay,
then
there you go.
Double standard.
Yeah, he has to understand that, you know, you can say anything that you want to feel anything that you want. And I'll say that to you. Yeah, you can, but you better understand that there can be a bounce back on that.
That's right.
It's kind of like what Rick said, man.
I just said earlier, for every action is the opposite equal reaction. So be careful.
And in that hip hop culture has been perpetuated, right? They like quote unquote the exotic look or whatever they deem whatever this thing is, right? So a lot of it is just image, right? Because like they're trying to do an image. I don't know the kid, right? I don't know Chris Brown, but I know when you look at like Snoop Dogg videos, he have all these quote unquote exotic women. Then you go look at his wife, and you like, man, she a sister from Compton. Right. You know? Like, so what are y'all doing here? Is this an image thing?
Yeah.
But I do agree that at this point in his age, with what we are going through, like Rick said, man, like you can't be doing that no more.
Yeah, that's like right. if anything, he should be using his platform to bring that forward and saying, in your face, look at him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But Chris Brown has always been about himself. So why would you expect him to change just because society has changed or what is happening?
People are who they are.
Yeah.
People are who they are.
Yeah, just accept them for who they are. You know, it is what it is. It's sad. But
let me ask this question. If he wasn't Chris Brown, would we be talking about it?
I would be. Yeah. Because again, any comment that touched the heart, it's deeper than that. It has to be deeper than that.
Because if I went,
go ahead.
I'm gonna say if I went to a party and somebody said that, I'd be like, what?
Well, just looking at the video, I was turning my face because you know, I like I said, I love me some chocolate, but you know what I mean. So, but that's just it's just me. But like, just you hear things and you see things, and you be like, man, I know her soul had to feel crushed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And she with her friends, and then all of a sudden everybody except for me. That's damn near tapping back into some other shit from back in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the past. That's right. Go to the back. Go to the back. You're black.
Right.
The person who did it to her looked like her.
Well, let's see if I can share this other picture here.
Like big and
but Chris Brown will not change. If her friends went in to his place, why should he change?
Right.
But if me, I would have let everybody know in line.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because there is a dark-skinned person in everybody's family.
Yes, that's right.
And, so it's like, hey, he doesn't like black people.
Hey, Kanye said it best.
And if he wants to vocalize what he wants, he has the right. And
let me ask a question, if I may. For everybody, do you think that now he's a racist? Me
me being me and how I think, I understand where you're going. And because of that, because you're excluding someone or you have a dislike for something, and then it's being of that.
That's a good point.
By definition, yes. You know,
because they always feel like Black people can't be racist. Black people can be racist.
That's right. That's right.
But is he racist or is he prejudiced?
I think.
Is he prejudiced against dark-skinned women?
Well, prejudice is.
I think he's prejudiced.
Huh? So prejudice is form an opinion about a group of people before you know anything, right?
Right.
Remember when you talk racism, there's a caveat in there that you feel that your race is better than above everybody else's race, right?
Well, he does think his race, light-skinned people are better than dark-skinned.
But light-skinned people ain't a race.
Right.
They're just a shade of
a different shade of black.
They're just a different shade for him. So I would call him a racist because he's trying to put himself in a different race than black. It doesn't matter what color. I would say black. White folks say it's black. They don't care what color, what shade of black we are. But Chris Brown, people like him are trying to put himself in a different. Oh, I'm not like that.
Category. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not like that. How can you? His granddaddy, on his granddaddy's side, on his grandma's side, you probably find so many different shades of black. Mm-hmm. So how can you turn and say that?
Because he probably don't care. He probably don't care about his granddaddy or nobody. I don't even know if his daddy is there.
Wait, Rick, hold on. Shannon was trying to say something earlier and she never got a chance to finish it. So I just wanted to let her do her thing.
I'll be right back.
I was saying colorism is a big issue in any community. Like not only I think it's the worst in the Black community. Like I've always been like, especially throughout high school, I've always been like the only white one in my clique. You know, I've always been the lightest one at the barbecue, you know what I'm saying? but like I would have friends, like I think women or men, anyone of all shades are beautiful. Like you have those models that are like those few couple models that like are from Africa. One girl's from Africa and she's so dark. She's like, you know, but she's like gorgeous. Like her skin is so flawless and gorgeous. And how can you have boundaries on beauty like that?
That's right.
To just put someone in the box. And that's not only in the Black community, we have that in the white community too. It's just downplayed. Like when I was Gothic, I was, you know, beloved to be like, I got, you know, porcelain skin during the winter, but put me out, you know, during the summer. And, you know, you don't know what I am when I come back, you know, but that light lily skin, especially while I'm Gothic, is so treasured. You know, because that's the whole thing for that genre, to the point that there's even been discussion online when POC women attempt to dress Gothic. They're like, oh, you can't do that. Like, why can't they? That doesn't make any sense. How are you going to have boundaries on something like that just based on someone's color? And I think like there is still that hold on media where it's like, you know, the blonde hair, blue eye is the thing where you need to go. And I mean, it's about time we just kind of like washed our hands of that.
That's
because we're all so mixed up. Like, how can you tell me that because I don't know. I do have that's hard on me because, like, you know, people assume that I'm white. So I have to walk into it as like, okay, well, I can't even like really be a part of the communities I feel like I belong to because I'm having to prove that I'm not white. Or if I walk into a white community, I'm having to prove that I am white just because of how I sound, you know? So I think it's kind of strange that people put beauty in that type of box.
Yeah.
Especially within their own communities.
Beauty in a box.
Yeah.
Beauty in the box.
I think that media has done a really bang up job in shaping images. And this was not by fluke or mistake. This was by design. They knew that they could reverse the order of what the intention was for the planet, and that they could also, as time went on, they used it to sell items, you know, corporations, everything. It was a complete mind manipulation for us. And there's a lot of people, you know, black, white, and every, you know, color out there who can't seem to get around it. It doesn't belong to one particular race. I think we all have problems with it. As a matter of fact, I want to share this other, can you see the picture? Or do I
know? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Little Kim makes me so sad every time I see her.
But Serena makes me feel good every time I see her. I'll tell you that.
And see, the thing is, that's Serena. They're saying she put the picture up herself.
Well,
She's like, who's the other girl? That's the same lady.
That's both Serena, yeah. And she put the picture up herself, and then social media went crazy, and she took it down. I think it was earlier this week or last week. It was very, very recent, and social media went like bananas. And so she had to take it down because they were like, what are you doing? What's going on here? And I just didn't see her as having that kind of image of self-hatred or anything like that. But you just never know what people are dealing with. You never know the things that she felt like, the comments that were made to her. But if you really think about it, in some countries now, Bola, let me ask your opinion. Africa, I heard that there's a big extreme issue over in places like Africa and even islands where people are doing different products to bleach their skin because they seem to feel like it looks good and it makes them look better, but it really does not. But you know, what do you think on that too, Bola?
I've heard that people they do that, and that goes to the fact that the lighter you are in Africa, the more chances you are of getting a job and being able to move around in the different countries.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's bananas.
Very.
That's bananas.
Then we have no hope, you know?
Right.
If Africa's like that, where's the hope in America?
Well, you got to realize, like in Africa, the Europeans, they still own. We are still under a different type of slavery. You got to realize that. And there are countries out there that are actually trying to break free, African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, a couple other ones, where the Europeans don't want that because of the resources.
Right.
Yep. That's why they had that meeting back in what was it, the 60s or probably the 50s or 60s, where they had that meeting. Might have been, I want to get my facts straight, but they had the European meeting of when they all came together and decided how they was going to divide up Africa, which countries was going to get what parts of Africa. And that's why you have certain you know, separation and division within Africa itself. But there was a meeting, a European meeting that they had on how they was going to divide up Africa. And my whole point was, why the hell you trying? Why focus on that place where you got the whole damn world to worry about?
Yeah, right. I understand. Wow, that's just really something. You know,
it's always trying to separate.
Right. I never saw that coming, but I have another theory, but I have to talk about it off camera. I have another whole theory as to why there is that look for. We'll talk about off camera.
I'm gonna say, can I ask a question? Yes. I know we talking about some serious things right now, but I wanted to ask this question because I had a hell of a week, and you know, right now today and what we doing, this is my turn up get crunk time. You know what I mean? You know, right now I'm working in Florida, but it's 8:48. You know, on a Friday in Florida on the beach, and you know most folks turn up. I'm right here, right now, right? So, but I'm just saying, did anybody else? Because it seemed like when folks was coming in, they were like, "Man, did the universe work? Did anybody have like a long, hard week, or just like a so-so, or I don't know type of week, and then?" You know, it's coming to a close right now. You just glad that week is over.
Well, first of all,
telling you, I feel the energy. I do feel the energy too, but go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, we had a new moon and Mercury went back into retrograde. So that has a lot to do with people feeling sluggish and like having like electronic problems and shifts in life and stuff like that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got fired today. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like things are coming and like, it seems like it's something crazy, but it's a blessing in disguise because I've got a whole bunch of stuff on the side that I'm working for. And I know I can go to my next position and get 3 times what I was getting paid. So it's all about like how you're taking these shifts and being able to move forward with it. Yeah. It's always a challenge when Mercury is in retrograde.
Right. It's funny. I wonder if Mercury was in retrograde when I left my position back in 2002 when I to hurt that man before I left. I told y'all I was trying to figure out if I could get away with it. Can you push somebody down the steps and get away with it?
Yeah, you can. We can talk offline about that, but you can't.
You said, let me tell you how.
Well, you know what?
We're gonna mess around and see Tandy on Snap, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I saw it firsthand. That rabbit hole.
I'm so glad that the Lord has gotten
the Loch Ness. That rabbit hole is Loch Ness. I saw it for myself. Yeah.
I'm glad that the Lord had got a hold of me, and I just decided that it was better to just work my company and get away from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really not happy. But we're gonna pick it up. Okay, I was talking to Michael earlier this week, and he had this great suggestion. He was talking. People were during the COVID time and they were locked in their houses and they were just taking pictures and stuff like that. And he said it would be really fun, and I think it would be too, have really fun if everybody decided to take a picture of themselves when they have some pictures from when they were in COVID and they were on lockdown. Michael himself ended up having a lot of fun during this time. So I'm going to share, a picture, and I'll have him to narrate because I think this is an amazing picture. Michael is a comedian, so let's share his picture.
I just shake my head before we start.
Can you see it?
Oh, bye.
Michael is crazy, but I think he did a great job. I think he did a really great job.
He was like, nailed it.
Just so y'all know, this is my everyday look right here. That was my COVID look, just so y'all know, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
Anyway.
COVID then gave you a cut.
Are you gonna bring it back for
It was Jefferson.
And while we're sharing some of the things that Michael does out there, I thought this was cool too, because he says that when he's by himself and he makes up different songs and different raps and everything. And I want to see how talented a lot of y'all are. So make sure that you hit me with the different things that you do, and I will share them out there too. This cat is talented. So let me go ahead and share this. Y'all can hear this.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This here goes out to the people that don't know how to drive around damn looky-look thing. There's an inside lane and an outside lane when you go round and round and round about thing. Blank to let the people know just what you think. Red means stop and yellow means slow, and everybody know that green means go. There's an inside lane and an outside lane when you go round and round and round about thing. Click your blank to let the people know just what you
Turn loose, baby. Turn loose, baby.
Turn them loose. There you go.
Michael, talking about me, because the first time I went around and turned around, I kept going around in circles. I said, what the hell? I called my friend. I said, I can't get to your street because I keep going. It keeps having me going.
Tells me when to turn.
I didn't know what it was.
Oh my God.
I said, who came up with that idea of a turnaround?
Duty. They didn't budget the money well, so they ran out of traffic light funding for that particular.
That was it.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
You know that where that came from? My first time when I was stationed in Iceland, and when you driving around Iceland, they got all them loop-de-loops, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I mean? But then up in New Jersey, they got loop-de-loops, and people just sit there and don't move, don't go nowhere. And I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here like, go.
Yeah, they just waiting. They just waiting.
Bruh. So.
Well, that's cute. I really love that. And be sure, Michael, to share more with us. And any of you who have any things that you want to share, we'll share it, for people who are the cast on the show, as well as people out there. If you have videos that you want to share, hit us at Tandiail at gmail.com or on the website at info@Tandiland, TANDILAND.com. And I'll make sure we put it in the description in just a bit. So make sure you hit us and we'll put you out there. Thanks, Michael.
I know people
got a disclaimer. They might get roasted. You might.
All right. You're gonna get talked about just a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and somebody saying something else? Okay.
Don't forget Mike's poetry. His he got some dialect for you.
Yes. Okay, Mike. You've been put on the spot.
I know, Rick. Thanks.
Well, Mike's an entertainer.
Yes. We've been put on the spot now, so we're expecting that portion.
Oh man.
But it's time for us to move into our main topic. And now we get to hype it up a little bit more, because this is not a hard topic. We're going to leave the colorism. We're going to leave what happened this week with the gas. We're going to leave all that occurred. And we're going to talk about social media. This is another Michael topic. See, Michael's on it, And here's the thing. I kind of broke it down into a lot of areas. The title is, are there unspoken rules to social media when you're in a relationship? And I have a lot of little questions, and I'm going to ask them one by one. The first one is going to be, what happens when your mate doesn't like what you post about them, like a picture, a story, or whatever? How do you handle that when your mate is like, why'd you put that up? Or something like that. How y'all handle it?
That's simple for me. Just don't do it.
Well, I plead the fifth. I can't relate.
That's an additional few hours you can get sleep at night.
Why you can't relate to that, Samantha?
Well, because when it comes to trust and things, and you're doing it tastefully, then what are you gonna say?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't relate.
Okay. I'm mad. Anybody else have any issues with somebody like put something and someone's like, I hate that picture that you put out there of me. Take it down. How do you handle that?
I don't have so much like that, but like my last relationship, like I'm an artist. I have my Instagram, like I'm pretty, sex sells. Like it's not like I'm posting things like, busted wide open or nothing like that. But like my ex, it got to the point where I would have to like be like, yo, is this picture okay for me to post? Like, and it's just like, it was on him. It wasn't even on me. It was like an insecurity issue on him. Right. And the way he interacted with his female friends, though, like it became like, oh, it's your insecurity, not mine. And I'm just like, my insecurity is there.
Right.
Like she said, and I'm pretty too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty too, what I'm saying?
Right?
I guess it depends on what you're on social media for, right?
Yeah.
So if you're an entertainer, so if you're like, you're doing it for turning loose or for people to follow you or whatever, then that's cool. If you're just a regular dude or female or lady and you're saying, hey, I took a picture of my husband with his belly out, and your husband like, whoa, I need to tuck that in a little bit. Like you can't just be posting my belly out like that. Like they might see me and be like, why your belly like that? No one wants to answer belly questions.
He said
I'm gonna leave.
I need you to take that down, or let's redo the photo where I know you're taking this photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's make it right. But
well, I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna change the question up just a little tiny bit before y'all get to it. I'm gonna ask you another one. What happens when your mate doesn't like what you post about somebody else?
What do you mean? Wait. Like, what do you mean?
Like, let's say you put a post out there, your fine homeboy, you know, he fine as frog hair, you'd be like, yeah. And your boyfriend is like, what? How you handle that? You know? How you handle that?
That's easy. Very easy. Don't.
That's one of those you gotta scroll and keep it in your head and be like, I like that so much. I like that so much.
You know, Rick, I'm missing some of your words, Rick, because you must be on your room mic. It's not coming through to me, and I see you talking. It's like you're doing a silent movie.
Because it's probably the echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you say?
If you stay ready,
you don't
have to get ready.
You don't have to get ready.
I got that.
Hey, but look, you know, I don't think so here's my thing about social media altogether. You know, 80s baby. Wasn't no damn social media when I was growing up.
Say that.
Come on, 80 baby.
Okay.
70s baby.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, we all in. Hey, look, late the
70s baby.
70s, 80s, we all kind of had. We still had this. Hey, look, 70s.
I ain't said a word.
Big Mama and them, right? We still had Big Mama and them.
Yeah, Big Mama era. Big Mama era. That's better put.
So my thing is this: before that, how did people display affection, public affection, or how did people know? Let you know, hey, well, I want my man to let the world know, or my woman to want the world, I want the world to know about who I got, right?
Walking there holding hands.
The people who needed to know knew, and whenever you was out in public, you held on a little tighter, you maybe smack on the bottom or something, and that's as a man. That's as a man, so no disrespect to nobody.
Women do that now in 2021.
I'm just saying, we already had that discussion, you late.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it, and if you don't do it,
oh yeah, that's right, from the video, right? So my thing is, so my thing is, why now that social media is a thing? Why does that validate my love for you? Why does that validate whether I'm showing affection or not? Why is social media validation? You know what I mean? When if with you, I'm the one that's taking care of you. I'm the one that's providing. I'm the one that's loving and hugging and kissing and everything else. And I'm you in my presence. I chose you. You chose me. We together. So why isn't that itself enough? You know what I mean?
Michael, you're old school.
Yeah, you damn right I am.
Old school.
Yeah.
New school is social media. Me, I can't talk on social media because all I do is business. What I do in my private time, what I'm doing around, it is nobody's business.
Say that.
So us old folks don't, it's like, okay, let them youngsters have that because that's what they grew up on. Show and tell. They believe in show and tell.
Show and tell, yeah.
Just the game we play. My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
Like normal people, they can't like separate the persona from the person either.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like there are people like I know a guy who is a rapper in Fort Worth, but he doesn't smoke or drink at all, like really that often. But he has to portray himself in a certain manner,
like a bad guy.
His audience, right? In order to keep his audience, But I mean, like, and me personally, like I'm loud and stuff like that. But I mean, in person too, I'm just as loud and annoying in person as I am right now.
Me
but
too.
I mean, it's not like
say
I'm
that,
walking
say
around
that.
in my boxer shorts, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's not like I'm walking around in my boxer shorts, going to walk my dog or going to Walmart or something like that. Like I'm probably going to be dressed pretty well for the most part, but I know that, hey, this is how I work. This is how I paint, and people gonna like that. Yeah. So it's just like you've got to be able to be secure enough in yourself to be able to separate the personas.
That's right. I agree.
I got another question for y'all. I hope to stir up the pot just a tad when I say this. Should you become angry if your mate often checks your social media pages?
Not if you ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, yeah, you got green light.
I'm mad when I got something to hide though. Like, if I'm mad, don't check it at all.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like I've heard the stories, because I haven't dealt with it personally, but I've heard the stories where people say, you know, like, oh, I know when I always hear it. I always hear it when I'm watching some type of judge show. They love to talk about what's happening on Facebook. Look at the judge shows, right? So it's like, oh, you on Facebook showing this, and you were on Facebook showing that, and you were talking to this and doing that, but they spend a lot of time watching their mates' pages. What do you think about that?
That is, to me, that's insecurity.
It is.
That's so much.
They motherfucker crazy. That's what they crazy.
Yeah. Stalker Central.
Hold on here though, right? Insecurities come from a place sometimes, right? Yeah. So if the individual that you checking is doing some things they probably should, like, we all got that gut feeling when someone was doing something to us, right? Now, should we just walk up, say, I feel this way and I'm gonna leave you? Yeah, we probably could do that. But what we want to go into detective mode, right? So we're checking Facebook, we're checking phone calls. Like, there's more to it than just they're checking that thing for a reason.
Right. But you know what? They may be checking. When they find out the truth, they cover their eyes. They put their hands.
Some people do. Some people don't. Some people roll.
But you know, some people not. But they're not really trying to learn to make a change. They're trying to learn to have an argument, so they can win. Yeah. Yep. They just want to win.
They're trying to prove a point.
Yeah. I caught your ass. I caught you right now.
Stop being nasty.
Yes, but they're not trying to leave and make no changes.
No.
Well, sometimes it depends on how far that message go. Right? If we just rapping and talking, that's one thing. If you talk about last night when we were together, and like that's a different conversation that you got.
You know what?
It's just
even if they find that, they can. And I know women to do this. They can find a man at another woman's house, at another woman's house. They knock on the door. Are you coming home? Are you coming home?
Yes.
Because men are slick. We talk good. We got that tongue magic.
Hello. My name's Charlie. And I just wanted to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, men are gonna lie. They lie because you know they can get away with it.
Yeah, I was thinking their seat.
Yes, because I have watched this. The women are not trying to leave. What they will do is convince. They will compete so they can be with him next to show the other girl that they were with him. As opposed,
and he came back to me.
It's the guilty researching the suspect. You don't feel like you doing anything, then why are you looking for something?
You ain't checked my phone in 5 years, and all of a sudden you checking my phone.
Okay, look, hold up though. Like, hold up, we gonna be real, right? Hey, but hold up, we gonna be real, right, on this conversation.
Okay, all right.
Let's go. Check this out. We all know when something changes.
Right.
We all know when the regular is no more regular. We know that for some reason you just a tad bit more happier than you should be. You know? We know that you're doling yourself up a little bit more to go to work than you used to. Right. And you see the signals. Like, the signals are always there. They're always there. Not this blind. Right.
You ain't wore that perfume in a long time out there. What you?
Yeah, right. Like, you usually spend 5 hours on Facebook. Now you're on it for 10. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a difference that you see that sparks that thought first. Right? No one just wakes up and looks at them and goes, "Man, I think you're doing something silly," when they're not really doing nothing.
Could you imagine? I just got that visual of somebody sitting up in bed and being like, I feel like you're doing something. It's like looking out the window.
Shannon, there are people who do that.
Well, I don't doubt that.
That's funny.
Insecurity.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden you put on a split skirt in a split second.
That's what
How about you going to the gym? How you go to the gym in a split skirt?
You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that.
Well, with that in mind, here's the next question. How provocative can you be on social media when you are in a relationship or a marriage?
When you're not?
When you are.
Oh, you are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
provocative.
Yeah.
Understanding should be had without saying. I mean, when you have a relationship, when you have a relationship, you have an understanding. Certain things should not have to be said. It should not have to be said. It should be like an understanding, like you are a reflection of one another. That's you are a reflection with another. So I shouldn't have to say or make Phil believe that there are perimeters. You should know the perimeters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have my nipple out while you got nipple tape. You know what I'm saying? So like simple thing. Simple thing.
You said I need nipple tape too, baby. We in this together.
Hey, look here. Here's my take on it. Here's my take on it.
Okay, Michael.
We all got nipple tape.
Hey, you know who the hell you got with, right? You know who you got with. So you already know, right? So if all your life, whenever you were dating, people say, oh, you're flirtatious, you're this, whatever, and your significant other tell you that, they already know you, your personality, your type, and everything else. So they know who they got with. Not saying that it should be okay, because it is a respect issue, right? It is a respect thing, but you know who you got with. So you already know what's finna go down, or if you find it, God damn it, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? I knew it.
Yeah, right. It's not only that, but it's like, if you have a significant other that's an influencer or that's high, or
right,
higher up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to hold a certain standard to what they post. So if you walked in knowing that this girl is gonna dress a certain way because she's probably a Fashion Nova promoter or another clothing line promoter, then who are you to block her bag?
Right.
Block her bag. Okay, yeah. I ain't messing with nobody, ain't doing nothing bad. Why am I the one that got hot and had to turn on the air and drink of water? Why did I get tensed up? Because I know I ain't doing nothing.
But a lot of it's communication though, right? So just kind of like, hey, like, we got to turn them loose, right? So when we do turn them loose, if we're going to do videos or we want to put hot girls in the video, I mean, I got to clear that through the wife. Like, hey, listen, we going to put some hot girls. Like, we're trying to build the brand, and we think we can do this based off of this concept. And maybe you can pick them there. I don't know how it works out.
Well, I'm gonna be the girls in the video then. How about that?
On the wall during that, like, baby, do you think her booty is big enough to be able to vibrate well enough for this music video?
Nah, but I've been married a long time, so we do have those conversations, right? But if you're young in a marriage, that might, y'all still trying to figure each other out.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that can be. I've been married 22 years, so right now I'd be like, look, she got that big booty and it's twerking. She'd be like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's good, especially when you're in the industry like that. It's good to have a mate that does, that has that kind of response. Because I, as a person, I've been in for a long time, and when I do like music videos and stuff like that, that's a hard way to go when I have a male client that has a girlfriend or something like that. And I really like it when the girl is participating or the wife is participating, because it can cause a lot of mess.
She go up to the model. Hey, look here, you need to drop that on him. You know what I'm saying? You need to hit.
You are not arching your back enough, girl. Act like you've got an S.
Yeah, you can tell.
It sure helps.
You're gonna need some baby wipes and cigarettes.
Man, look here.
Need some baby wipes and some cigarettes.
See you wrong.
No, man, but I think this though, and like I said, you know who you with, and depending on if you. It depends. You know what's gonna piss your mate off.
Right.
You know what you already know. So sometimes you bite the bullet and be like, well, she just gonna have to be married tonight, right? or whatever. But like, you know who it is, so you know what's already gonna piss them off. So now it's one of the things, if you choose to do it anyway, what does that say? And then, you know, if you choose not to, then, you know, you kind of showing some respect or whatever. But I mean, go ahead.
But Michael, like Shannon was saying, if that's their work, if entertainment or showing, that's their work. You cannot interfere. In a relationship, you cannot interfere. No, when
some people can't break up the difference. They won't, some people won't.
Communication. And that's what I was going to say about marriage. When you marry somebody, you have to know what they do. It can't be, oh, they do that and they're going to change. No, they're not going to change. That's how they make their money.
Right.
Well, I have a question that kind of goes into where you all are talking just now. It is, should you or how much should you engage with the opposite sex on social media when you're in a relationship?
Listen, I keep it business. If it's business, then you ain't got nothing to say.
I'm not reaching out to old girlfriends about nothing. Unless they got a business where it can help turn them loose or we doing something like that.
But I answer that one really because like there's a lot of people who I have heard, and you know, who have Facebook was a place where people were able to reconnect. You know, I've reconnected with a lot of people via Facebook. You know, it was very convenient tool. So the same thing happens with exes. They might say, you know, there's Tom. What's he doing? He married and everything. And they still know, and they like, oh, he married and everything, but still
still reach out.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you handle that?
Tom's not risking half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm risking half. I haven't seen anyone worth half. You know? I'm chilling.
And it's not necessarily your place to be checking your partner when it comes to shit like that. Like, stuff like that. Pardon me, I forgot where we were. Stuff like that.
I've been cussing all night.
I'm just saying, like, it's not your place to check your partner on something like that. If they don't have the respect for you to be like, hey, I'm already with somebody, like, you don't need to be talking to me like that, then that's not a relationship you really need to be in.
But watch this. Like, now, what if they look at your, now, you know, some people, they look at your status to see if it's posted and all this other stuff, and then they see that, and then they still hit you up.
But you know what? So
then you as a person say, hey, I'm in a relationship. What is it you want?
Right. So it is up to you at that moment to say something.
I mean, because the truth is this, right? This is something that me and my wife came through. You know, we had I would love to tell my story about my marriage one day, right?
Putting our business out there on social media.
Yeah, we got married so young and we had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. Right. But I will say this, that out of this time frame, the one thing is certain: if somebody wants to cheat, they're going to cheat. There's nothing that you can do about it to stop it, to hinder it, whatever. Right? You found people like, and Mike could attest to this, right? We found people in like Korea in trash cans, right? Like when you want to get it, you're going to get it. You know what I mean? And you don't care how you going to get it. So rather you stalking them or tracking them or whatever, they're going to find a way to cover that daggone beeper to go do what they got to do. I ain't got time for that.
Right. But when Rick, when he say trash cans, he's talking about dumpsters like this.
Yeah, my bad.
I mean,
that's the kitchen trash can. It ain't 13 gallons, you know.
Yeah, so they sneaking to get it in wherever they can. Right. And if it's a dumpster that's inside a wooden, wooden out thing, they in between the wooden out thing and a dumpster trying to get it in. You know.
And if I got to go through all that with my spouse anyways, then we probably need to redefine or relook at our situation.
But really, I was thinking about this too. I mean, like I was just go a little deeper, and I know that you all have your own personal situations, but there's somebody out there who's looking at us right this moment, and they might be looking at us over the next week here. And what if there's a situation where they have someone who has reconnected with them, but they know they have a mate who's not going to like it. But that's just someone who's of the opposite sex, that it may be an ex and they just want to befriend them again, just to have them in their life in general. Nothing romantic even, but how do you handle that with your mate if they're the type that doesn't like you talking to anybody of the opposite sex or having any connection like that on social media?
Well, that's toxic in itself. That sentence itself is toxic.
Well, to me,
okay, I got you.
When you got with the person, that person already made it clear.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like the opposite sex. You talk it, so why are you doing it?
Mm-hmm. Well, not even a matter. I would say that
you already have your boundaries. If you have your boundaries set up, then you cannot go outside of the boundaries of the relationship, or you evaluate the relationship and either it's time to move on or make some changes.
So do you give up who you are, who you were? Because if I had a life before you and then you came into my life and I chose you, so now I got to give up any and all people that I know of the opposite sex that predates you. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry.
Mike, answer this question, Matt. Why would you get with a lady who could not accept your friendships from the past?
Well, because I understand that, and you have a valid point, right? So if you choose that, then you deal with what comes with it. So I agree. However, shit, girl, you said something so damn deep. I had to think. I can't even But what I was about to say was, but you know what I'm saying? But however, though, it's just like, well, I had a life before you. So you want me to just turn all of that off and then come in here? Because me personally, I'm not expecting you to just turn off anything other than that. You keeping it respectful, you doing your thing, and it's just a friend, because I get it. Right, I'm one of them people that understand that you can have a female friend without trying to get in her drawers, and say they may just be that, or you can have a male friend, that's a friend that ain't trying to get, trying to give you his eggplant with a splash behind it,
and a birthday cake. Where's the birthday cake?
You know what I mean? But no,
again, Michael, that's the type of person you are. If the person you're with does not agree to that, why are you with that person?
Right, I feel you. Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, Bola, you threw my whole mind off, because I had a good ass point I was trying to make, and then you asked that question, and the shit just went left. So I'm.
Because you gotta remember, there's a dating phase. Like, you don't just meet them and be like, we married tomorrow, right? So there's a dating phase. So during that dating phase,
if you in Korea or not. Yeah.
Right? But in that dating phase, why are you not bringing those friends up, right? So what happens is, a lot of times people are in a dating phase and they're not bringing these people up, right? And now you get married, and now you want to bring all these people up. Now you wonder why they mad. Well, they mad because you never told me they were even in the picture.
Well, along that lines, add this in: can you just follow your ex or someone that you've been involved with on social media?
Well, I mean, like, if there's no interaction, like that's like the whole adult thing of it. Like, it doesn't like my social media, like, I don't follow people, I don't really block people, I don't unfollow people, I don't really block people too often. Like, it takes a lot for me to react like that on social media. So like, if you're really that tied to it that you think that someone I could even have muted, but I just didn't unfollow, has such an effect on it, then you need to like reflect on yourself, like, because there's a respect boundary that's not being met within yourself, and you're just trying to like make something.
But it's like, I don't know about you, Shannon, but let's say, for instance, I follow someone that is involved with, I don't care if they have 50 million friends, they're gonna see it. They always seem to see it. And then they try to be like, hey, it's always becomes.
Let them do that. Let them see your glow up. Let them see what
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that, but I'm not trying to reignite anything. So I just, even if you just follow just as a friend, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. They're trying to see why you follow them, and they think that it means more than just a regular follow. And so I wonder if you flip it to the other side, like someone thinking, like my mate thinking, why are you following that person at all when you used to be involved with them?
Well, the
okay, hold up. I got one.
Who is the threat? That's the main question. Who is the threat?
It ain't me.
Right. Is it your emotional vulnerability or is it that person?
You need to put an ice pack on it.
Mighty hot, got it.
Cold shower that thing.
They can cover your spouse or your significant other can be secure as day, whatever, as the day is bright in the summer. But
poetic flow there.
Man, that was good right there. Bars.
But where do y'all stand? Because I remember my wife telling me people change. It can be an ex-friend or whatever, but people do change, and just put a baby toe in the door crack just to test, just to see. People are always full of tests, but what comes along with those tests are lessons.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
You tend to forget that you're also a teacher. You looking like a fool, like, haven't you learned this before? So how did you become a student all over again? There's no time for remedial classes for certain situations. So it's like, you got to respect boundaries, and you got to see the possibilities of people turning that situation around, flipping it, like wanting to be a part of your life, but they're trying to use social media, whatever tactics that they have, slip through the cracks. The next thing you know what I'm saying, you done fallen through.
But Rick, my question is, even if a person tries, if you know who you are, what you have, where you're going, what you want, that person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anybody can try. People are going to try. That is life.
Right.
It's up to you to make the decision where you go.
You know what, Bola? Can I touch in here real quick?
I prefaced it. I said, who's the real threat? Is there any threat? Who is the real threat? Or is there a threat? You know what I'm saying? So when you got to be careful what situations you put yourself in. It can seem like it's cordial or it's platonic. It's still, well, that's like with anybody though. So you never know who's playing the chameleon.
And I'll drop some game here, right? So since we're gonna be grown ups, right?
All right.
We definitely know this, right? We know dudes will linger, right? Dudes will linger. Right, dudes will linger for years. For where we're gonna wait for that moment. They're gonna wait for your man to mess up.
What are you telling?
Right, and if there's a crack in that, like you're saying, if there's a crack in there, if this is that dude that he had your heart at some point in your life, right? And maybe whatever, it didn't work out. Now I caught you down the road, but he had your heart at one point, and you still talking to this dude. There's that crack. So that time that I mess up, he's in that crack. He's coming, especially if you go to him, telling him about how I messed up. Right. So that's as a dude, that's why we're like, nah, cut off. That's your dude. Now he gotta go.
But
he gotta go.
Bola said, really?
You know what? That's the problem with women. What if he's an ex for a reason?
Yeah, but we're supposed to like each other. Depending on who you are and how you figure that thing out, right? But we're supposed to like each other. But you had a moment with him that might have been good, and when you think back in the day, it always was better than the truth.
A moment.
Yeah, and some guys.
Other moment that's gonna end, because I already know it didn't work out.
Yeah, but y'all was 15, and that kiss under the apple tree was delicious. You know what I mean? So
it wasn't that good. I would have kept it. If it wasn't that good, I would have kept it. Women gonna keep what they like.
Yeah, but you know that is true. Some guys will
ready.
linger like that. They will linger and they will try, and they'll stay on for years. Yeah, Bola, you know, they stay on.
That's
for
right.
Years. Yeah.
I believe that.
Yes.
And guess what? And this is the thing. This is the secret.
Tanya.
This is the secret. I'm gonna tell y'all the secret, right? I'm gonna give you one secret right now, and I ain't gonna give y'all no more because then I'm like Steve Harvey. Right.
Okay, tell us the secret.
Here's the secret. The more you talk to me, the more I know I have a chance.
Right. You know,
and that's where women like myself who are just nice with those type of guys, not being too nice, and that's how I get in trouble.
Yeah,
is because, and my friend tells me that too. He says the same thing. You left the door open, or you have that door open because I'm still being nice, and they think that they can get back in there, or they can get in there at all. Yeah, and you have
clean house.
Right.
Yeah.
Why y'all always end up preaching to me by the end of the night? I don't like this. I don't like this.
Hey, this is knowledge.
They call me talking about when are you gonna stop being mad? I'm not mad at you. I don't want you. It's over. Move on.
Bola straight up, boy.
You know, when you leave the door open, you give them permission to slide on in.
Isn't there a song that just came out with Bruno Mars? In that, who sings it? It's like, leave the door open.
Yeah.
You know why he's saying that song? Because man knows they can leave the door open.
Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all, Veronica said she just got some gas at $3.19 a gallon. So
$3.19.
Veronica in the house.
Hey, look here, man. I remember back in the day when I was a young buck trying to get a quick, you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I would always say this here, man. I would say, look, all I need is about, 4 or 5 minutes. It's not how long you talk the game, but it's more like what you put in it. Right. So if you disinterested, and I understand that when a lot of young ladies or young people in the club, right? They try to be nice and they probably like, oh, thank you, thank you, but we good. And then you still had that overbearing person still trying to press it, right? But end it quick, bam, look, no, because like Tom said, the more, at least for me, my mouthpiece is my weapon. So the more the more you engage, then I'm gonna get you. And my granny told me a long time ago. She said, if you can make a girl laugh, you can, right? So I guess that's what
Bola, we're gonna put a hidden camera so we can see Michael game. I gotta see.
No, I have none.
Tanya,
So I have.
That's what the man do. That's
but I'm trying to see what Michael got going on because I'm here to talk about grandma talk.
No, my granny.
Curious.
Hey, my granny was an OG. She was a pimp. My granny was live at 5. But there's no. Michael is chill. He go to work and go home and chill and parlay.
That's what you say.
But let me ask y'all another question. People in relationships that share a social media account, is that a sign? I know, right? Is that insecurity or distrust? Yes. So what do y'all feel? I kind of with Shannon on that one.
I was Shannon on that too. Who cheated?
You know when they join the couch, like who cheated?
Who gave their heart away to somebody?
Or something else.
Why is it so bad to share an account? Why is it so bad?
I mean, but the thing is,
unless you high school sweethearts, to join account really don't make no sense.
It's like, to me, the reason why
that's not even an option when you sign up.
Right.
Like we made that happen,
But that goes back.
What happens if you put that down on the job
say you
application?
the girl and all your girlfriends want to holler at you. Your girlfriends don't want to be hollering at your husband at the same time.
Right. And then that goes back to.
I'm old too. Call me. Don't put that on social media because it may be a year. Then, this person, whatever.
I get what you're saying, but really, when I'm corresponding with my girlfriends, I'm not trying to talk to their husband at the same time. Whatever I got to say to them is to them. And it's not that it's a big secrecy thing. It can be something about me. And I'm like, girl, guess what? And I don't want him saying, girl, what? I really want it to be.
Hey, look. Hey, this how I go right here. Hey, Candy said her man just pissed on the floor. But that's
probably what's happening anyway. The man looking at the phone anyway ain't on your business anyway. That's why you do the telephone. Because you know who on the phone. Why was somebody else on the phone?
She said, no face, no case.
Remember back in the day, though? Remember when everybody had the home phones and stuff instead of cell phones?
Right.
And everybody would have a story about how their man or their woman was listening around the corner. Everybody got a listening conversation.
They upstairs on the other line.
On the other line, yeah.
My.
Remember when people always would have some type of story about something that happened with somebody listening in. Because there was always somebody breaking the rules.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Well, you know, that's just people, man. People break rules. But I tell you this, me and my wife, we got separate Facebook accounts.
Okay.
I don't look at hers and I don't think she look at mine. It don't really matter if she does. But there's conversations I want to have with homies that she can't be on those. We might be reminiscing about, and that actually happened.
Reminiscing about what?
Back in the day, like we all had past, right? We all had a past, right?
And that's the thing.
Like you being disrespectful. Well, you should have been watching my messages.
And that's what happens. That can start a fight. You know how sometimes when people want to fight, it could be some old mess that happened before they even knew you. And then they would bring in the whole fight.
But what you thinking about that heifer?
Undealt with.
So that's real talk. That does actually happen. I got a last question.
You know, my thing is stay off of social media. Go back to the phone. You don't have all this problem.
Phones cost too much. You gotta have a bundle deal. Like you gotta have cable and internet.
But when you talk about a cell phone or a home phone?
They don't even have those.
I ain't even got no home phone no more. I
ain't got no home phone.
Yeah, we have a home phone. I always keep a home phone.
I got a home line because I got cable for cheaper.
Okay. You will put the bundle. But you know, I keep that home phone for you want to do something fax and you don't want to do an e-fax or whatever like that. Then my mom likes a home phone, you know, that type of stuff like that. So yeah. We do the home phone. Yeah, we do home phones.
Miss
generation like that, Tanya.
Right.
Miss Say That, what you got to going? Because you've been quiet for a minute. Miss Say That, come on now, what you got going on?
Oh no, I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry. I'm daydreaming.
You want us to help you with that?
Samantha's sleepy by now. She's sleepy.
No, because I have to run an errand. So that's why I was like, oh geez, I'm gonna get back and do this. So I'm
one thing that I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do one more question, and we're not gonna drag a long time. I know a lot of times we get on the after show and we talk for a while on the after show. So I'm gonna start the after show in just a few minutes here. We won't drag the show too long because I got one more question and then we're gonna on out. So the last question is this. Okay, is it grounds for dismissal if you find out that your mate has a secret social media account?
Oh, child, yes.
What do you mean dismissal? What do you mean dismissal?
Like you break up with them or you're done with them because they got a secret account they didn't tell you about and they over there just having their fun. Being single.
Still gets half. It still gets half.
It's not a secret. Now they've been hosting this social media account on secret while you were still together, and then it bleeds out to now you're single. I mean, that's on them. That's on them. Bottom line, that's pretty much what I have on that. It's like, yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, if I'm married, I'm married. So now for me, I mean,
you breaking up, bro.
Me, okay. So I'm married. It takes a lot for me to can my marriage. You know what I mean? A lot of this is growth and development, right? So we got to grow together and kind of work through some things. Disrespect is probably more important to me right now than who you talking to, right? Talk to whoever, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, my game is strong. Like, you ain't gonna find nobody better than me. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go a little bit below, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, say that.
There she go. There she go. Miss Say That.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll say this, and I'll go ahead and wrap it up because I know everybody got a few people that got to jump off and go places and stuff. And then, like I said, we'll start our after show for those of us who stick it around. We start our after show kind of early tonight.
But I'll be back.
Okay. Well, I'll say this is that when it comes to that secret account like that, it depends on what's going on over there, that secret account. If it's something that's business and you're trying your best to do some things that's business to better us, I'm cool with that. But if you got that secret account over there and you're meeting secret women and you're doing secret things, and then
what's driving the secret though? What's driving the secret?
Sometimes it's
Tanya, it wasn't that secret if I found it.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing.
He's the worst robber ever.
So it's like what's causing that secret? And you know what they say about cheating? They say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. If you get caught, you wasn't trying hard enough. But like
that is not what I thought you were going to say.
That's when they talk about schoolwork. That's when they talk about schoolwork. All right, they're talking about schoolwork. We ain't talking about relationships.
Wow.
You know, but no, in a relationship though, like when you ask that question, why whoever doing whatever they doing, why are they doing it, and what's the reason behind it, or why does that person feel like they need to do that? So, you know, there's an underlying issue for everything. Now, whether people want to accept it, you know what I'm saying, or hold themselves accountable, that's something different. So if that happens, you know what I mean, are people really going to be real with themselves? Hey man, what is it that I'm not doing that caused you to do that? And I understand in the moment, the conversation ain't gonna go as that smoothly. Somebody finna get cussed out and probably some phones and shit thrown at them and everything else. But it's like, hey, what caused that? You know, what am I not doing that caused you to do that? And if it's not me, then what the hell, man? Like, or what the hell, woman? Like, like what's going on? Because if I'm depending on what roles people play and how they think in their house, if I'm cooking and cleaning and going to work and watching the kids and doing this and doing that, you know, and taking care of you the way you're supposed to be taken care of, then what the hell? You know what I mean? Right. Or if I pay the bills, I pay your car note, I wash the car, make sure your gas full, and then you're still out here trying to go over there and see Jody, you know, or whatever the case may be. What's causing you to do so? And then, you know, and if that shit ain't making sense or if it ain't reasonable, then we need to sit down and have a discussion and see what's the future of this relationship.
Right.
Yeah, the only time that I've ever seen private accounts is when it's like somebody trying to find a sugar baby. So like
I feel what you're saying.
Sugar baby.
I'm sorry, I don't care what the reason is. If I see a private account, then I'm gonna know that there's something wrong, and we just can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah, how are you gonna have a business private account?
You said how are you gonna what now?
How are you gonna have a business private or secretive account? You're telling me
right. I mean, like somebody who tells you, oh, here's all my social media, and they never tell you about that one, and they're doing over all types of stuff happening over there. I mean, I'm not familiar with it personally, but I'm just saying, speaking if I see that.
Yeah, sometimes people put it in secret because they don't feel like they can tell you something.
Right.
They try to tell you something.
And see, that's it right there. You leave a relationship where that's what I'm saying. You leave a relationship where you are open and you've exposed all this to me and you told me about everything, but you have this one thing over here you haven't told me. Now that's a little funny right there.
Well, Tanya, what if they haven't been
That's a little sketchy.
What if they haven't been on it since they've been with you?
That's a little bit sketchy.
Then they gotta go.
What if they haven't been on it since they got with you?
Say they haven't been on it since then. Oh, you can see the dates. If there's nobody on there and there's no messages, then that's cool.
So you can see the dates.
Cool.
You can see those dates.
That's too much investigation.
Right there.
I don't have time.
You don't even need CSI for this one. The dates right there.
Right.
Well, you know what? I know some of y'all got to go and everything. So I'm going to make sure that I give everybody a chance to say what they do and everything before we roll out of here. And then we get into that little after show. Let's go ahead and turn them loose, guys. We're going to let the guys go first tonight because we as the ladies, we are outnumbering the guys. So turn them loose.
Go ahead, Tom, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. You go ahead.
Just
Then, okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, well, look here. You know, it's me, Michael Lee, representing Turn 'em Loose. Like I said, where the idea is motivation, inspiration, and education. And we are here, you know, as motivational speakers, you know, in leadership and development, a whole bunch of multitude of things. So, hey, you out there, man, and you holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Holler at us, you know, and we there, you know. So, Tom.
So, and I would tell you, we're moving into a different venture as well. It's going to be called TR Global Solutions, Tom and Russ Global Solutions, where we're going out to government contracts, and we're going to be moving to a different corporate. We're going to corporate as well. Okay. So, you know, we're definitely going to try to get all the money.
Cool. All right, then. Now make sure y'all give me any information. I can put it down in the description below. Rick Alicious, what you got going on?
It's art. Just art in the art in the business, I guess. Rick _Adams with an S _West. Site account attached to the link is attached to my Instagram account. Again, Rick _Adams _West. Art to your delight. Mood Pieces is the name, and the foundation, the platform. Hey, just take a look. See. That's it.
All right. Okay, Shannon, what you got going on, girl?
So I'm an artist and a painter and a graphic designer. I do everything from logos to video edits to little animations. And I also, I've been painting since I was 6 years old. So I do commissions like that too. I just had a summer drop today in Elements by Element Rose. Check my Instagram. All of my social media is Element Rose 13, except for Twitter. It's Element _Rose. So go ahead and check me out. All my commissions are open. I'm taking all types of jobs. Just let me know what you need.
All right, cool, Samantha. What you got going on, Miss Samantha?
All right, currently I am the creator of some makeup products that I'm doing. And I have some meetings tomorrow on Saturday, so I hope it goes well. So that's what I'm doing currently.
Cool. All right, Miss Bola.
Hello. Hi. I'm Bola. I'm Bola, a spiritual recovery coach. I specialize in a healing and energy cleansing. What I do is I help women transform themselves, go from align themselves, transform, as well as unmask their relationships, their identity, and their mindset. It's about going from pieces to peace, so you can be a better woman.
All right, cool. Thank you, Bola. And I see that Shannon, you have a friend, Tiana McCoy. She said you did her logo, the one that she uses daily. And she uses it as her profile pic. So somebody's showing that you doing their work out there, Miss Shannon.
That's good.
All right. And I myself, I am Tandyland. I'm all things Tandy, Tandi. You can go to my website, tandyland.com. That's TANDILAND.com. Social media, you can catch me, the Real Tandy Girl, on Instagram, and here, of course, you know what's happening here on the YouTube. I'm Tanya Dixon on AIL. You just go to Tandy Land. You can see all my stuff there.
Right.
Catch all my pages and stuff there, because it's just too many things, and nobody can remember all that different kind of Tandy stuff that I do. So,
Pandemonium.
Oh yeah, Pandemonium Films. Yeah, that's the brand that I started in 1992. That's my brand. I started then, and we're gonna take it all the way there. So I'm glad that you all tuned in. Oh, wait a minute, I see we have another guest over there with Rick. I see another YouTube star over there with Rick. These dogs want to be YouTube stars. I tell you, they do.
What kind of dog is that, Rick?
You got something to say?
She's cute.
With Poppy.
Okay, roll now.
Oh.
Yeah, Bolo's asking what kind of dog
strong
is it?
Voice.
Yeah, what kind of big baby is that?
He is a border collie mixed with Great Pyrenees and a pincher pit.
Oh wow, okay. All right.
Pincher pit. They were like
pinch, like a pinch.
I ain't mad about the pitch, y'all.
Follow through.
All right, y'all. But thank you all for coming here and being on the forum tonight. It was so laid back tonight and everything. And for you out there, you know, every week we're going to be doing something different. We'll get move further into deeper issues as time goes on, but we're keeping it kind of light and kind of fun right this moment tonight, talking about the whole colorism thing, talking about the whole social media thing. But if you want to see other things on the show, be sure to hit us at info@tandyland.com. Send us a message, let us know what kind of topics, what kind of guests that you want to see. If you want to be a guest, or you can hit us at tandyail@gmail.com. So we'll be here. We'll be here on the Friday Night Live thing, having fun. So make sure that you tune in and catch what we're doing. All right, y'all. And thank you for taking the time to see us. I'm Tanya Dixon. Have another beautiful week. We all got gas and everything. And we'll see you next time.
What kind of gas? What kind of gas?
Right. All right, y'all. I'll
See you later.
Bye.